Hi guys, my name is Jennifer and I am reviewing Timeless episode 15, and that was quite an episode. So we were actually left on a cliffhanger this time, and we're actually heading into the season finale, which is coming up next week. And I have some theories and thoughts on what's possibly going to happen. So before I go into that, I just want to quickly review the last episode. So what happens is, we have a dilemma where Rittenhouse basically controls Mason Industries now, and our heroes want to try to figure out how to not work with them, in a sense. So what's happening is Rittenhouse is basically coming up with a plan, a way to stop Garcia Flynn by going back to 1962, I believe, and assassinating his mother before he's born. And that's kind of what Wyatt was kind of doing, not for Garcia Flynn, but with his wife's killer. So they kind of took a page out of that story. And so what's going on is Lucy and Rufus do not want to do this, understandably. But they kind of don't have a choice with Rittenhouse. So it seems like they're going to go through with it. They have a hitman of some sorts come with them. They make it to 1962. But what happens is they take the guy out and they take the time machine back to the present, where Wyatt and Agent Christopher are waiting for them. And that was really clever how they figured all that out. And they shut down the computer system at Mason Industries so they can't find them. So now they have the time machine and they can use it for whatever they want. What's going to happen is Wyatt wants to help Lucy get her sister back. And this has been like a long time coming. She's been constantly trying to figure out how to do that. And it's like this moment is finally happening for her. But unfortunately, they don't do that because they find that Garcia Flynn has taken his time machine back to the 30s. And Lucy is basically set with a moral dilemma here. She wants so badly to bring her sister back, but at the same time, Garcia Flynn has to be stopped because he's constantly messing up history just for his own selfish reasons. Even though he claims it's not just selfish reasons, but still. So they make the decision to go back to the 30s to stop him, and they find out that he's actually kept Al Capone from being arrested, and he's using him to find a Rittenhouse leader of some sorts. I don't remember his name, but, well, I'll get back to that story. So Al Capone is free, and the heroes don't know what to do. So they actually find a reporter. What is his name? I believe it's Elliot Ness. I want to say that. Yes, Elliot Ness. So he's going to help them try to figure out how to bring Al Capone in. Unfortunately, he is soon assassinated. He only had like 2 scenes. Everyone they work with just gets killed, which is not good, especially if it's a historical figure of some sorts. So now they don't know what to do because Elliot Ness was kind of their only hope that they thought they had. But then Lucy comes up with the idea that Al Capone has an older brother who goes by a different name, and she figures out that he can actually arrest Al Capone because he's a prohibition police officer of some sort. So they go to him and they eventually convince him to help them. And so back to Garcia Flynn, he finds the guy with Al Capone's help, and he's questioning him about Rittenhouse. and he learns that Rittenhouse meets like 25 years, once every 25 years. And the problem is, at this point, it's just 23 years away now till their next meeting. Of course, Flynn has the time machine, so that's not a problem. And he's thinking, this is great because I have a way I can take out all the members at once instead of just one at a time, because obviously that hasn't really been working out. So yeah, he's going to plan something with that. And so back to the Al Capone storyline. The group finds him with the help of Al Capone's brother, and it's kind of like a sweet reunion of some sorts at first. Unfortunately, it turns ugly pretty quickly because it's obvious that he's there to take his brother in, and there's a shootout. And unfortunately, Rufus is at the other end of one of the guns, and he gets shot. And not in a really good place. So his life is on the line right now, and Lucy and Wyatt manage to get him back to the time machine. And what happens is they're about to take off. Unfortunately, Rufus passes out, so we don't know what's going to come of that. I personally think he's going to make it, just usually how it works out, because I don't think they can get rid of Rufus. I think that would lose a lot of interest in the show, unfortunately, if they got rid of Rufus. Because he's actually kind of like, I feel like he's the heart of the show. He's this character that really cares about keeping things right and getting things back to normal as much as possible. And he works so well with Wyatt and Lucy, and it's a really great team dynamic. So I don't think they can get rid of him. So that was the cliffhanger for that. Other points in the episode, so Al Capone gets shot by his brother, so he doesn't go to jail, but instead dies in that moment. And Rufus's girlfriend, Gia, is caught in the crossfire back in the present day because of what they did by stealing the time machine. Gia wasn't actually a part of it, but they assume that she is because she's his girlfriend. So he asks her eventually to help with keeping the computer system down as much as possible. So she actually figures out a way to knock out the computer system just as they get it running again. And that was a really well done scene because she's amazingly clever with computer technology, and just the moment you're like, oh god, are they going to find them? And what's going to happen? And just, it all goes down right away. So that was a really well executed scene. And Gia, I'm glad to see that she's on Rufus's side, because I was afraid she was going to be mad at him and turn against him, especially since they're training her to be a new pilot of the time machine. So I'm relieved that she was actually on their side. That was great to see. I don't know if she's going to stay on their side, but I feel like she is, because she really doesn't like what she's seeing with Mason Industries now. So we'll see. And next episode looks very promising. They go back during the Red Scare, McCarthyism, when people were being accused of being communists, and it started this whole problem, especially in Hollywood. There was a list of people's names, and it really ruined a lot of people's careers because they were just accused of being communists. So that's going to be interesting to see. And it looks like Lucy might be finally helping Garcia Flynn. I don't know if that's actually because she truly wants to help him, or it's just, I feel like it's a plan, because I don't think she would just suddenly start wanting to work with Garcia Flynn, because she knows he's wrong in the way he handles things. So I'm assuming it's a plan, made by the team. And of course, we'll find out what happens to Rufus. I'm hoping he's going to be okay. It's possible we won't know until next season. They do that sometimes. But I'm seriously having my fingers crossed right now because I really want there to be a second season. The show is really well done. A lot of research and work goes into this, and it's very cleverly written. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get a season 2 and we'll see how the finale goes. Another theory, so I talked about my thoughts on Gia. I feel like she's on their side right now. I don't know if she will be forever, but I'm hoping she will be. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Lucy's sister. They never really get back to her. It seems like when they're about to, it's like, oh, great, Garcia Flynn took the time machine out again. Great. So, I don't know if they're going to bring that up again, or Lucy's mother, who's currently existing when she's not supposed to be. So we might find out more about that in season 2, since it seems like their main mission for the finale is to stop Garcia Flynn, or at least make him think that they're going to work with him. Because they definitely all want to take out Rittenhouse, but they have different theories on how to do that. So we'll find out. It's definitely a lot to think about because there's so many subplots. And I honestly don't know if they're going to get back to Wyatt's wife and all that. I still wonder if Garcia Flynn might have had something to do with it in a sense. That would be interesting to learn. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I'm going to end it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you for the finale. Alright, have a good night, or a good day, whatever time you're watching. Goodbye.